Good morning. It is Sunday, the 7th of April 2019. I thought that I would make a video just regarding the comments of the President of South Africa speaking to Bloomberg, where he stated that, as a response to the Donald Trump tweet, that there are no killings of farmers or white farmers, in spite of the fact that this is an obvious reality which is taking place, and of which documentaries have been produced and literally spread all over the world. It's not exactly something which you can deny in front of the whole world, especially Bloomberg, a market financial analyst channel. I think that the hate that is coming out of black leaders' mouths, in having watched so many documentaries in regards to hate speech by leaders and what eventually what that leads to, I would say that we are now in the normalization phase of hate speech towards white people, specifically the Afrikaner. And it's a very good tactic of the ANC to try and test the waters by putting out very, very disturbing tweets. And then if enough of a ruckus is made over it, then they will clarify it. But I can tell you, if nobody makes a fuss about it, they certainly would not try to clarify the comment. It is very serious for the president to publicly deny and say that there are no killings of farmers, of white farmers, especially with regards to he himself. I will post video material and quotes and what has been happening for you to see what I'm actually getting at in this video in saying the things I do. The Mr. Malema has not been found guilty of hate speech by I think it's the South African Human Rights Commission, for saying that we are not calling for the slaughtering of white people, at least for now. So he was found not guilty for that, which just adds to what I believe is the normalization of hate speech towards whites. If you go watch the documentary on YouTube with regards to what happened in Rwanda with the genocide, just look at what happened and what led up to the eventual anarchy of mass murder. And if you then turn your attention to South Africa, I think it will become very frightening as to what we have, with regards to what we sit with and what is coming out of black leaders' mouths.
When de Klerk made his speech on the 2nd February 1990, he thought that by unbanning the ANC, he would be able to control political events in our country. I don't believe that he knew that he was actually unleashing a force which he would find far, far, far beyond his own political imagination and control.
Revolutionaries dare not allow the politics of negotiation to get off the ground, because it spells doom, of course, for their own objectives. They do not want reconciliation in this country between black and white. They want a more deeply polarized society because that suits their plans. They want the economy destroyed in this country because they want a black population with a deeper sense of desperation. They are not employing violence to drive South Africa into a democratic future. In fact, they despise multi-party democracy, and they want only to grab power for themselves.
Hamba Peace, democracy and love amongst South Africans are fine words in English, but the Xhosa words of the just sung song just don't tally. How does one who speaks Xhosa and English explain away the contradiction between what the people sing from the very depth of their hearts in Xhosa and what is declared or volunteered in English?
Ozan sondelani ninenwinileyo sizobadubula ngempampa bazobaleka du sizobadubula ngempampa bazobaleka du kulipul sizokoshaya uzotutshulwa uliphuno sizokushaya uzobaleka tu sizobadubula bazobaleka.
But on the tweet itself, he was clearly misinformed. And whoever gave him that information was completely wrong. There are no killings of farmers or white farmers in South Africa. There's no land grab in South Africa.
We are not calling for the slaughtering of white people, at least for now.
They killed our people, they raped our people, they stole the land. We cannot reward rapists, we cannot reward murderers. We want our land back, and that issue is non-negotiable.
I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm saying to you, we have not called for the killing of white people, at least for now. I can't guarantee the future.
When Honorable Malema, who's not here this morning, stands on platforms and swear at some of the sections of the population, threaten them, and say they must wait until he comes to power and he'll go and walk all over them, the Helmut pass off. We can't keep quiet. Men and women of backbone must speak so that our children are not misled, so that generations to come don't slaughter each other as the Tutsis and the Hutus slaughtered each other in the case of Rwanda.
There's general anger, particularly among young black professionals who are now saying, wait a minute, we were told to go to school, we were told that this is a country of everyone, but we get to the private sector and we are still not getting the promotions, we are still treated badly and all of those things. So if you look particularly on social media, there's quite a lot of anger. It's building up.
It is anger, and it is justifiable anger. It is justifiable, and that's precisely what we keep saying, that white South Africans and those who have power in their hands must realize that the black majority in this country are becoming more and more impatient about their lackadaisical commitment to inclusion, their lackadaisical commitment to recognition of black young people and black people in general. The racist acts that we've been happening have been happening largely from white people, and we are saying that must come to an end.